Oh man, this is just a drop of the bucket of all the crazy videos that y'all send me. Look, something in my mind thinking that I'm gonna block some of y'all today from the nonsense that y'all send me. But look, y'all know we sit here, we talk about anything. Some of y'all just ain't right. But look, man, let's get into this video. 15,000 likes, subscribe. We're on our way to 1 million. Let's get it, y'all.
They got a black piece of plastic. What they doing, they comparing phones. This is an iPhone Pro Max right here, y'all. I don't know if this is true. They just giving y'all the example, so don't shoot the messenger. They taking a picture, flash on, boom, through the black piece of plastic, nothing, still the same. iPhone Pro Max. This right here is the Ultra, the S24. Ultra, Galaxy. Plastic over the camera, flash on, take a picture, boom. Burnt the hole through it. Flash too dangerous, man. This just zoom in, the Chinese new phone. Same thing, put the black plastic over it. Yeah, get a good, there we go, put it over there. Turn that flash on. Boom, 2 dots. Oh my God.
Stuck behind it at the light. Let's see if it bubbles. It like bubbled at the top before. Did you see that? It like, ew. Do you smell that? What is this?
And no plate.
And no license plate.
No license plate.
Did you see that? Look! What is that? Oh my God.
And no license plate.
Ew!
Police.
Oh my.
And it's not made for human consumption. That's diabolical.
This was a combo bin of meat. A combo bin is 2,000 pounds approximately of meat that's coming in from a boning facility where they take it off the carcass and put it into here.
The meat in these boxes comes from many different animals and many different places. Some is even from overseas. All of it is ground together to make the juicy hamburger Americans love. Hamburger used to be the scraps left over from butchering just one cow. But a significant change has occurred. Now, parts of many cows are blended together by the ton.
If we take the meat from one animal, grind it up and make ground beef from just one animal, we're including only the bacteria from one animal. But if we take the meat from 1,000 different animals and grind that together, we're pooling the bacteria from 1,000 different animals as well.
So explain this to me, how many different cows would be in one burger?
Well, I suspect that there are hundreds or even thousands of animals that have contributed to a single hamburger.
I thought we were done with these plane crashes, y'all. But nope, it just happened again. Something about this crash not sitting right with
It's something about the crash ain't sitting right, but I just couldn't. Something about them burgers did something to me. But we ain't died yet.
y'all. So this Boeing 787 Dreamliner, supposed to be one of the safest in the world, just went down 2 minutes after flight, y'all, as you can see. So there wasn't no engine fire, there wasn't a bird strike, it just fell out the sky, y'all. And it hit a building, but not just any building, y'all. So this was a flight from India to London. And just a couple of minutes into the flight, the pilot yelled, "Mayday." And y'all know what comes with that. That means some shit was going wrong. And then as y'all seen, it went down. And there were 242 passengers on this plane. And they're all gone, y'all. Like, boom. So here's where it get weird, y'all. Out of all places, the plane crashed into a building that was a doctor's hostel. A medical building, y'all, that was full of interns and medical researchers. And they're saying this was the first fatal crash from a Dreamliner, y'all. That's crazy. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this situation. Because like I said, it's either a failure, sabotage, or something deeper. And all I know is all 242 passengers on that plane is gone. Their life is over. And it's probably going to be more people from that building that's going to add on to that toll. So my condolences to everyone who was affected by this. This shit crazy, y'all.
Nah, it's one that survived, y'all. It's crazy. How does one survive a plane crash like that and just walk away from it? And everybody else just perish like that. That is crazy. That's like Final Destination, ain't it? That movie just came out, but we've been talking about these things falling out the sky, but damn, that's just, I've never seen anything like it. It's like the condition of the person that walked away. Like it's crazy. He walked away. I got questions like, was he really on there? I understand they showing the itinerary, but let me know in the comments down below. Are you buying that? Did they just beat his ass and drop him down there and got this on the news to create some type of news with it? I don't know, man, but I've never seen anything like it. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but people do survive plane crashes, but they don't look like that. They don't just walk away. No burns, like severe burns, no missing body parts, nothing. Whew. He must have been drunk on that plane. You know, people that get into accidents, usually when they're drunk, they just want to survive because they just loopy and stuff. Maybe he had some drinks on the plane. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments down below.
I've often said I have not seen a new graveyard in my lifetime. I've never heard about a graveyard being too full to accept new bodies too. So you would think that there would have to be a lot of them that would say, nope, no vacancy here. So what would you have to do? You would have to take out new plots of land in order to continue to bury people. But they don't do that. So where are the bodies?
We've all seen the viral video of the guy that's a part-time gravedigger that says you'll never see a new cemetery being built, and everybody's saying that that's proof of the Matrix. Well, buckle up, let's go for a ride, because I did the math after it piqued my curiosity. So we'll start with some raw numbers, and for everything I have here, I only used Google's quick search results to keep it even and fair. So, our current population is 340 million today. At our current death rate, that's 7.7% dies every year, for a total of 26,180,000. Well, currently, we've plummeted in the last 25 years to 39.4% buried. That's 10,314,920 a year. So keep that in mind, but let's go back further because cemeteries are never new, they're always old, right? The most you can fit is 1,250 people in an acre. The American Planning Association says there's currently 140,000 acres. So let's go back even further. So from 1800 to 1900, 80 million Americans died. And from 1900 to 2000, 270 million Americans died. That's a total of 355 million people dead. Well, depending on which schematic you want to use, it was anywhere from 83 to 92% were buried opposed to other methods. I kept it at 80% just to, be heavily conservative and see where this goes. Well, it gets a lot more interesting now because at 80%, that's 284 million graves. At 140,000 acres, it's at best 170 million graves. So we already got 109 million people just chilling out, like stacked up dead somewhere, waiting to get buried or are buried and still have to bury new people every day.
Math does not math.
It is unusual. It is unusual.
I think that what a lot of people have said, I believe this to be true, is that if you look into the world population numbers, a lot of people believe that the books are cooked. There's not as many people as they say there are.
I don't know, man. Starts to think like the shit that was bubbling out the back of that truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be in denial, don't want that to be true, but it is human DNA. But that also, that's in contaminating like some meat products. I just got the question like, why is it there? You know what I'm saying? Were they making the food and then their finger got chopped off in the process of this and then you couldn't find it, then y'all got to go ahead and quarantine that whole batch, right? Just thinking, but so really, where did it come from? Let me know in the comments down below. Or was that shit in the back of the truck that was bubbling out? Is that like, you know, a lot of people are changing their lives and getting rid of their BBLs. Is that stink BBL booty shit that that's coming out the back of the truck? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments down below. She should have scooped some up. Now that I think about it, and we should have tested it, right?
This is Raptor News. It is almost too late to do anything about anything anymore. If you don't get it right now, it is too late for you. You are a done deal. Get ready to be fired in the fire. And so, what we have out there, people filming this cloud that God mentions in Exodus, that he is looking through the pillar of a cloud at night that's glowing in the sky, that pillar of fire. Again, it's the same pillar of fire that the Egyptians saw before they got destroyed and they are no more. We're seeing that same fire right here in the sky right now, and you just have an ounce of time to get a good understanding about what's going on, that God is going to consume this place in fire, and you are a done deal. If you don't want to get it and stop sinning, stop worshiping idols like Christ, because to worship with anything besides the Most High God is idolatry. All those people worshiping Jesus is going to hell. Only a handful of people is going to make it, a remnant. Here it is in the day sky right there. Same shape as the other two, pretty much. And again, God is looking at the people. You are in judgment. You don't even understand. You are being judged, you know. And you got all these agents doing all this damn work to keep you from looking at the sky, to keep us arguing between ourselves. But I'm going to keep on putting this out there so everybody can see. Listen to this.
Son, look at that. Look at this. What in the world? This is not...
That's the damn planet out there.
I'm not kidding. This is serious. What is this circle in the sky? If I zoom in, you can see the distinct circle. It's just sitting there. It's just sitting there glowing in the middle of the sky. It is not the moon. It is not the sun. Look at that. Look at this. What in the world? This is not.
When you seeing the whole, and I'm going to say it like I need to say it, the whole goddamn planet out there in the fucking middle of the damn sky in fucking broad damn daylight, y'all motherfuckers don't know what time it is.
Hey, going on?
Damn. Look, worship God alone like he told you and everybody else told you, or you gonna burn in that damn fire. This is Raptor News.
Y'all, I see why they told these people to stay inside this weekend. Did you guys know that you can get sunburned from your eyes? Check this out, y'all.
Hey, your eyes.
So I guess people out partying a little too hard this weekend. And I guess a lot of people found out what the UV index is really about.
This is your daily reminder to wear your sunglasses because it can get sunburned, your eyes.
Guys, your eyes can get sunburned. Look at them. Look at my eyes.
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy as hell. I had no clue. Let me know in the comments down below if y'all knew.
So,
or if this is even true.
Lesson learned. Put the SPF on your eyes.
Sunburn on your eyeballs is just diabolical. I'm not gonna lie.
Talking about put the SPF on the eyes, man. I've never heard of this. The first time I'm ever hearing about your eyes getting sunburned. Apparently it's called photokeratitis. Look at that. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at this.
Nobody told me that you can sunburn your eyelids. Yeah, so I sunburned them. They look worse in person. It looks like I have a fresh set of nice makeup on, I guess. The rest of my face isn't sunburned.
I sunburned my eyeballs yesterday, and I thought I could wear this ones under these ones, but I can't. these ones are a bit too light and they don't cover the sun. These do, but I don't know if these are UV protected, so had to go and buy some new glasses.
She had to get the Willy Wonkas, y'all. Dang, she had to get the Willy Wonkas. Do you think that's the reason why that glasses was prominent in the Willy Wonka show, promoting children primarily, like it's subconscious programming? You never know.
Yeah, being sunburned sucks, but at least I get a tan. But the shower after the sunburn?
ChatGPT literally suggests that y'all stay out of the sun from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So this is now a sun up town. Yes, this is now a sun up town, boy. This is crazy, y'all. Wow, what an interesting time that we.
It's the laugh for me, bro. I can never see that meme and just like not laugh. I'm sorry, yo. That nigga's an alien.
Living, y'all. Sunburn in your eyes. But what do you guys think about this, y'all? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here, like we said. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Did you know you can get sunburn on your eyeball? The condition is called photokeratitis, and it's essentially sunburn of your cornea. So if you get redness, blurriness, tearing, photosensitivity, that can mean you've been exposed too much to the sun. Often it comes on 6 to 12 hours later, so you won't notice straight away. The bad news is it's tremendously painful. The good news is it's usually temporary and resolves within several hours to 1 or 2 days. So whenever you're going out in the sun, make sure to wear those UV blocking sunglasses.
Hold on, this is going too fast. Like, what's going on, y'all? Like, hey. Oh, I'm blocking y'all.
This is all I'm gonna be talking about. I don't really want to talk about anything else. We got superpowers, bro. This ain't like, oh man, you just no. Look, bro. I didn't really want to tell y'all this earlier. Yahuwah was like, go ahead and tell him. Go ahead and tell him. I'm like, look, man, I don't even care, bro. I still got an attitude with you anyway, bro. Where my money at? You know? He was like, look, man, forget all that. Tell him. Man, I ain't telling him. Tell him. I'm like, all right. We got powers, bro. We have powers. Okay? I ain't talking about like, oh, yeah, we got the gift of singing. No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about like, I'm talking about like real power. Okay. All right.
Show me.
Use this information as you will, but it's the truth.
A video just went viral of a little girl feeding hummingbirds. Some people believe that we are getting our superpowers back because this is not normal. Birds don't interact with people like this. If you can look past Hollywood movies as entertainment, you will understand what they're trying to tell us. We are all connected to nature. Your eye is the real camera. Your ear is the real satellite. Your nose is the real sensor. The hair on our body is the antenna that connects us to the universe. What you are looking at right now is our nervous system. It looks just like trees and the branches. If you look at a tree leaf, it looks just like the palm of our hands. If you look at grass under a microscope, it smiles just like us. The physical body is 70% of water. This planet we live on, 70% of water. The continents on this planet represents the organs within our body. Our oxygen represents the wind. The clouds we see every day represents the thoughts we have every day. When you look up and see the stars at nighttime, it represents the trillion cells within our physical body. Every time we see fire, it represents the temperature in our body being 98.6 degrees. When we breathe in and breathe out, that represents the wind or the oxygen on this planet. But this video is about to get a little deep. Stay with me. Once we understand that we are one with everything, we will respect everything. Did you know that every time you cut grass, that smell is actually killing you? Yes, when you cut grass, the grass releases a toxin to kill you. Did you know that trees go to
7 years of research?
I don't know about that grass situation, because look, I used to live in Japan, right, for like 3 years, right? And it was these people that cut grass. They call them grass ninjas out there. And they got them hats on. Their bodies are fully covered and stuff. They got those kung lao hats on, but it's protecting them from the sun. And you can barely see their faces and stuff like that. And these people, I'm telling y'all, ask them their age, and they were cool as hell. They be like 98 years old, 100 years old, still out there cutting grass and doing yard, like for the base, you know what I'm saying? Outside of the, and on side of the base out there in Japan, Okinawa, and the grass ain't killing them. They like 200, 300 years old out there cutting the grass, and it ain't killing them. That's just one thing I have to say about that. But them grass ninjas be old as hell. It's still out there getting it working. It ain't killing them. They just like they burning calories and staying fit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I've never seen anything like this before. This is a motor that cells use to move around. You have trillions of them in you right now. That is the top of a column in a Hindu temple. The level of detail in craftsmanship is one thing, but there's a level of geometric and engineering knowledge that is closer to what we see in aircraft manufacturing. That turbine and the biomotor both do the same thing so that an airplane and bacteria can move. If this isn't depicting the same thing, you're gonna have to explain to me where the design inspiration came from that coupler and the little stator guy right here. No way they could see these things. These things are complex molecular parts that are assembled and held together by electrons and run on electricity so bacteria can move. This little guy is what gets me though. He's like a little clutch that engages the molecules so it can spin. That's not what that is. Run it back. In the little animation, you know what you see when you look straight up into that motor? You see this thing right here. If you look straight up in one of these temples, guess what you see? There's a pile of coincidences and then there's a pile of explanations, and this pile is getting quite large. Last one, they may look the same, but the biomotor runs on electrical frequency, which I would have labeled with a snake if I was writing a manual for this thing.
Psilocybin changes the brain, but not the way anyone expected. When neuroscientists finally put volunteers in MRI machines and gave them psilocybin, they thought brain activity would explode, more neural firing, more energy, more chaos. Instead, they saw the opposite. The brain got quieter. Specifically, one part went almost silent, the default mode network. The default mode network is your brain's control center. It's the voice in your head, the thing that says I when you think about yourself. It creates your ego, the boundary between you and everything else, your sense of self. On psilocybin, that shuts down. Not partially, not temporarily, the entire network goes offline. And when it does, something extraordinary happens. Brain regions that never talk to each other suddenly connect. The visual cortex starts communicating with areas that process emotion. Memory centers link up with parts that control body awareness. It's like every neighborhood in
Whoever sent me this, y'all like that hugging trees and shit for real, for real. I like it though.
a city suddenly building roads to every other neighborhood. Robin Carhart Harris at Imperial College London discovered this in 2012. He called it neural anarchy. But it wasn't anarchy, it wasn't chaotic, it was reorganization. The connections formed during these psychedelic experiences don't just disappear when the drug wears off. Brain scans show new neural pathways remaining active for weeks, sometimes months. In some cases, the changes appear permanent. Johns Hopkins researchers found something even stranger. People who took psilocybin in controlled settings showed lasting personality changes. Not mood changes, personality changes. They became more open, more creative, more connected to others. This shouldn't be possible. Personality is supposed to be fixed by age 30, but psilocybin rewrote that rule. And here's what really puzzled scientists. Psilocin, what psilocybin becomes in your body, fits into human serotonin receptors perfectly. Not approximately, perfectly. Like a key designed for a specific lock. We share about 50% of our DNA with mushrooms. We split from a common ancestor over 1 billion years ago. Yet somehow these fungi produce a compound that seems tailor-made for the human brain. Paul Stamets, the world's leading mushroom expert, thinks this isn't a coincidence. He believes humans and mushrooms have been evolving together, what he calls co-evolution. Brain scans prove psilocybin creates new neural connections. They prove it dissolves old patterns. They prove it fundamentally changes how we think. But ancient civilizations didn't need MRI machines to know this. They've been using mushrooms for thousands of years. They saw them as technology, sacred technology, a way to communicate with other realms, a way to speak with our ancestors. They saw mushrooms as a way to speak to God.
Magic mushrooms are the way to heal our brain, and scientists are finally admitting it. At the University of California, San Diego, researchers gave Parkinson's patients a small dose of psilocybin. This is what makes magic mushrooms magic. And the results were absolutely wild. Not only were the patients in a much better mood afterwards, but they had improved motor functions and they had less tremors. All from one mushroom. Now, how is that even possible? That's because psilocybin quite literally rewires your brain. It simulates neuroplasticity and it interacts with a certain pathway that controls your mood and your movements. Why is this not headline news? Well, because it affects a billion-dollar industry that treats the symptoms of Parkinson's but doesn't heal the actual brain. Psilocybin can heal the brain, but since it's a Schedule I drug, funding is almost non-existent for this. What if psilocybin is not just good for Parkinson's, but it's good for Alzheimer's or depression or PTSD? I'm just saying, maybe the answer to healing humanity has been right in front of us this whole time, because not only are mushrooms good for medicinal purposes, but they're good for the environment as well. They're good for your spirit, for your soul. Ancient cultures have been using magic mushrooms for thousands and thousands of years, but we can get into that another time.
Okay. Oh, snap. It's like that thing that Donald Trump had in the White House.
Yes, it's true. This fucking bird is trying to snowboard down. Look at this shit. Bro. Bro. Are you seeing this shit, bro? Yo, and literally went back up. Look, bro. Yo, this shit for real, dog.
The first time I saw photos like these, I thought they were AI generated until I researched further. They're called ITC photos, led by researcher Hans.
ITC? What the fuck? Hold on now. No. That's creepy as hell, y'all. I just got to say that. That just gave me the tingly things on the back of my neck. That was a goddamn face at first, wasn't it?
Kennis. This work is both intriguing and...
Hell no. Hell no. Absolutely not. That's unacceptable. I'm not doing an experiment where a face be popping up in the waters that absolutely not.
And very simple to do, so I had to give it a go. The next few are mine, and although they aren't as clear as other more experienced photographers, they are interesting nonetheless. Check out the clarity of the hippo's eye. So, how does it work? Well, you need a light source like an oven light, a silver pan with water filled about a quarter of the way, a spoon or something to stir the water with, and a phone to take photos mid-action. Let's look at the grizzly bear I got. I agitated the water, I took photos on live, so I'm going through them frame by frame until I see something recognizable.
Oh, she tripping, but it do look like a bear biting the tip of her spoon.
Ancient Greeks, Egyptians, Nubians, and other cultures used water bowls for hydromancy. Kennis suggests this is a type of spooky action at a distance, where particles are entangled and the images photographed are the view of the entangled particle, which could be thousands of miles away or even in a different realm.
Not the way he got the ball on his head like that, and it ain't falling. Oh, sticks.
Wait, what's going on here?
Look at how they shot these two rockets, and look what's waiting in the sky for them. It is a UFO, a UAP, whatever you want to call it, and it disarmed both of the rockets, and it takes off. What?
Be careful who you let touch you. Watch this.
It's not accessible. You see, your energy, I've overpowered it already. You understand? In the name of Jesus, I've already overpowered it. You understand? Because you know where it is, you know where it is, you know where it is. You're trying to access it, but you can't. You're trying. That's why you keep touching it. But that's why I gave out my hand, because I know regardless of whatever you're doing, it won't work. You understand? I can already see in your eyes that you're playing with something. I'm sending you now. Repent now. Repent. Witches and devils are...
I just shattered his energy fields. What I did with my psychic energy, now you're strong. What I did is I played with your energy field. Your energy field, your aura out here. Raise your arm. You test strong. I'm playing with your energy field. I have just shattered your energy field and you can't hold your strength. I realign your energy field and you're strong. You with me? Sir. Okay. Now I came up in front to align your energies. But if I come up and back, you're weak. If I go down and back, you're strong. So it's telling you the energy is going around your body, not just up and down. You follow what I have? Yeah. So, you know martial arts?
Yes, sir.
Doing all this stuff? They're not saying, hi, Stevie, have you had a good day? They're trying to mess with your energy fields, and the other guy, understanding this too, is trying to keep it in alignment. Because the one that can toy with your energy fields the most wins.
You are about to see pages from one of the strangest patents in the entire U.S. Patent Office. This is U.S. Patent No.
Y'all remember, y'all ever heard about energy swapping? That's why it's not a good idea. Like, you know, some of these entities, they need your permission, just like the movie Center. I got a video dropping on that soon too as well. But, you know, they can destiny swap with you, or they can siphon your energy. And you just have to watch for that, man. Just don't be out here touching everybody and stuff like that. Your aura field is a real thing. It's been studied. It's actually a real thing. What they show you in like anime cartoons, when they power up and you see the energy around them and it's different colors, that's because they're tapping into different chakras, and that allows you to have certain abilities and certain strengths. But you just have to know what you're doing. Like, the average person think that it's just cartoons, you know, but it's actually been studied, and it's actually a real thing. And I like it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not thinking right now, oh, I'm just gonna power up right now and y'all gonna see my hair turn blue and I'm gonna shoot through the roof and fly and save the world right now. No, that's not how it works. But I can't even float objects. I wouldn't tell y'all if I knew how. Yeah, come get me? Nope. I'm gonna try to walk through walls just like this.
Number 2006 001 41.
You would never know it.
A1, or the Walking Through Walls training system. According to the abstract on the patent that you can all go and read yourselves, this invention is a training system which enables a human being to acquire sufficient hyperspace energy in order to pull the body out of the third dimension, so that a person can walk through solid objects such as walls or wooden doors. This patent is very real and was taken incredibly seriously by members of the US military, especially by the US Army's 1st Earth Battalion, a real unit in the Army that based their principles upon the Jedi Order from Star Wars. What do you guys think about this?
ChatGPT now knows where you live, exactly. Like exactly where you live. Look at this. All you have to do is upload a photo to their new O3 model. So I'm gonna upload this picture of iShow Speed in China. Where is this person exactly? And we'll let it get to work. So as you can see, it's analyzing the image. It's gonna analyze every single part of the image, what things mean. And now it's searching the web. Okay, so as you can see, the staircase sits inside this place. There is the sign. There's the staircase. I'm actually blown away. I haven't actually tested this yet. This is insane. The exact spot, coordinates, right there. Wow. Careful what you post.
This video. Wow.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Okay, I just saw this creepy shit happen on national television. What the fuck was that?
CIA's notorious mind control program designed to wipe memories.
For those that don't pay attention, you might never notice that every single time an actor, musician, or anyone related from Hollywood is about to become more famous or move up the ladder, they always seem to reappear with bleached blonde hair. There is no way this is just a coincidence. I have never met any man or groups of men who wish to dye their hair bleach. Blonde, it just doesn't happen. How far does MK Ultra go? Memory suppression.
You know, it's been...
You have a release date.
You know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy, because at the Brighter Days clinic, they do the memory erasure, you know?
What?
The memory erasure. They erase my memories. It's a little foggy, but...
Man, give me a date.
You know what? I'll have to go back to the clinic and see if they can restore my memory. Brighter Days memory erasure treatment.
So you probably ask yourself, why would someone as rich and famous and Ariana Grande want her memory surpassed? It's
The Kardashians are people that use glamour masks.
Do y'all believe that? Like that shit look like her. I don't know. That shit look fake, don't it? Like Ariana situation. Did she really say that? Hell no. Nah, can't be.
Okay, so they come out and you think they're attractive. They're okay, but they're, whatever. Clones are real. So when you're talking about Britney Spears, watch the face. The face changes and they're not always the same people. Yeah, Ariana Grande is, obviously. That is a thing. She told me about being chased by demonic entities 2016. So she was aware of it. But see, here's the thing. This is what I want to explain to you. And it causes anxiety. And it causes a lot of things. And it causes you to disassociate. But here's the thing I want to explain to you. When they are born into a family that is a Illuminati, Mason, whatever family, and let's say the kids don't know it. So for example, if they've been inverted in utero and they're just born to their parents, they're like you and I. They wake up in a family and this is their family. Like I don't
feel like they're entry
Wait,
or exit.
this can't be true,
How they're
right?
designed is to make the target feel like they're crazy, like they're imagining things, especially on the low duration, the low intensity, long duration hits.
Are either of you aware of any individuals who have AHI symptoms have passed away from their ailments?
I do.
Have any of you three panelists ever seen one of these weapons?
I have seen a 1991 version of the weapon, and it looks like a satellite dish with a unit this size attached to it. And of course, over the years, miniaturization has been possible. Obviously, there's a limitation to how miniaturized it can be because of the antenna size, which is always related to the wave. But still, it is something that can be well contained in the trunk of a car or
Why my mans told me hurry, come quick, and sent me this Addy. And this shit locked, man. I have to climb. Fuck it, man.
Just let me know, do you love your friends that much? I love my friends, man. They my dogs and everything, but not that much, bro. You telling me to come to an absolutely not. Now you know where we stand. I got kids to tend to.
Anything for my mans. Love that nigga to death, man.
It's a rare condition this day and age to demand a freak off with so much rage. The strangest addiction that you'll ever find. Some people say that he's losing his mind. Well, then there must be some magic juice inside the Punisher. 'Cause all I see is a chocolate thing. Man, milk busting over everything. Days gone by. It's the biggest break of the century.
Fans are looking at Gorilla kind of sideways after revealing this picture of her wearing what seems like a possessed mask with one eye, and we know what that one eye represents. Glorilla, we own to you. We hope that you ain't cross over to the other side. Fans are questioning it now. They saying, hold on, where are you going with this glow? Do these pictures look kind of suspect to you? Drop it down in the comments, because as we have seen before, the dark side often turns some of our good ones. And we hoping that this is not true Glorilla, because we love your music and we love to turn up with you. But speaking on myself, if this is the case, I'm gonna have to take a step back. As we see this, a lot that's been going on with Hollywood, it's been crumbling to the ground because the Most High has been bringing his people up and moving the enemy out the way. So drop it down in the comments. I want to know what you think. It's your boy AOG King Side and No Glow.
You know, they be talking a lot, but they don't ever be talking about nothing. I'm feeling like they say they don't mess with me, but I say they can't.
That nigga Timberland siphoned all of y'all creative energy, all y'all ideas, y'all's flows, y'all's personality, and everything behind just sending your submission on my live. And he did all of that and programmed a motherfucking AI artist that he signed to his new AI label. That nigga full on Destiny swapped with all of y'all, and I don't feel bad at all.
Don't let me go to my pop side. That's a whole nother game. That's a whole nother one. That's some other right there. Yeah. Trying to tell you, man. I produce on a different level. I'm just telling you. I got something for everybody. Anytime you want to come, like, come nigga, you better come correct.
What you mean Timberland just signed an AI artist? Don't you just create the AI and it's yours? The music industry is officially cooked, by the way. Not only the music industry, the movie industry, anything with entertainment is done for. Have y'all been seeing the videos that have been coming out with the Google VO3? The artificial pop singer's name is Tata, but it doesn't only stop at Tata. He got a whole AI record label called Stage Zero. These are the early stages of the industry. This is only the beginning, people. And we have no idea what we're about to see. That's why live music is important. Live instruments is important. Going to concerts and hearing music, vinyl, is important. Because from here on out, the only way that you're gonna experience music in an emotional human way is to see it live, hear it live. Some people are excited about the future and the innovation that this is gonna bring. I'm not a part of that. But my question is, who's gonna get the royalties of the AI royalties? They gotta be Timberland, right? Or are there gonna be new laws that they factor in order for them to determine how they're gonna make money? Like, what are the laws that are gonna come with this AI thing as well? It's not only the product, it's the laws. If it's one thing we know about history and the powers that be, they're all fighting for power. So who's gonna delegate and distribute that power?
Welcome to the chat, baby.
What's up? Hey, respect to everybody here. Hey,
John, I respect you, bro. I respect. Hey, look, the reason I brought you here
because your post is crazy.
No. He didn't. We got
it. I mean it.
We got it. All right, we're gonna stand on it in this chat.
I mean everything about it, bro. I'm not double backing on it. Respect to your legacy, I would say. What I view this as right now is a betrayal to artists everywhere, bro. What you're doing is you're backdooring us. You got into a position of power, and instead of choosing to unionize and fight against this AI, which I'm not stupid. I use ChatGPT to script out screenplays, things like that. I use ChatGPT on a daily to think of content ideas, to do the menial task, the meaningless task that a robot should do. I'm a spiritual person, and I believe that artists all are tapped into a divine entity, right? When you go and you start creating and you allow some fucking robot to come in and finish your song, you're cutting yourself off from the divine. And let me not even get that deep with it. What I think you're doing is you're doing something that's, in a sense, demonic, bro. And I know it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but it feels demonic. You're choosing to go against us all and put this robot, instead of signing an artist, instead of having someone who has a voice that you could put on your platform. All these motherfuckers you had on the live, all this cool shit you were doing, you choose to go in this direction.
John, did you just hear what I just did over there? I do that, John.
Hey, John.
And then you going by headlines, and I ain't do nothing. I ain't show you nothing.
Headline,
No, you
show the
going by
headline
headline.
about
I
you.
ain't say nothing. That's why we up here. John, you ain't seen, you saw a picture. Correct? You ain't hear no music. You ain't hear me play nothing. You ain't hear me. You don't even know what I'm building. You just went off because you don't like, you thinking I'm doing something with AI and you just upset. But you never asked me. You never asked me. Think about it. Think about it. John, you know you're wrong. You never had a conversation with me. You just went off of a title. Everybody did.
Who posted it though? Who posted
But
it?
yeah, a guy, interviews, they're gonna make it look like something. We already knew this. We knew, but the conversation was to get this conversation of talking about AI. We're talking about something that people are not having a conversation about, and it's gonna leave us left behind if we don't figure out solutions. That's all I'm saying. I don't have an AI. How can I have an AI artist, John? It's nothing there.
So this is rage bait, bro?
No, it's not rage bait. No, I took something, I'm explaining what I did to make me come up with this idea. Because
brothers, this is what we're gonna do.
No, I don't think John's upset. Are you upset? Or you just talking?
I'm not upset.
Tim's not upset. He just talking like that. I think I was Guru thinking we was arguing.
Look, real quick. What I'm saying, it's not as much you directly, it's anyone that stands on the side of what this is. If it's you, if it's Guru, if it's the bald gentleman on the right, whoever it is.
But John, so you start saying I can't use a tool. Hold on. Just like I got this.
All I'm asking, listen.
I got this ASR here, so if I take my beat,
my brother, just listen. All I'm asking is that I disagree with Tim on the AI and the thing, but I'm being on here and I'm being respectful, so I'm asking you to be respectful to my brother. That's all I'm asking.
I don't think I said anything disrespectful.
He didn't go. He didn't. He's passionate.
Now, what side of the coin are you on? Are y'all going out of your way to listen to AI music? When I hear AI music, I can tell straight from the get-go. It has no soul to it. And if you can't tell, then most likely you're not tapped in, or you one of those people without a soul. You don't have an internal monologue. You can't hear yourself in your head, And no shots to you, but shots to you. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I'm not feeling the AI situation at all. And that's kind of scary because once upon a time, there was a group of people that emulated our music, a group of people that hate us, but then they captured our young audience. And I don't want to say what that music is. I don't want to give them no clout. Children here were listening to it, and I was surprised because of the music is trash and just a terrible copy of what we already did in the past, but now it's young and popping. It's going crazy everywhere, but now nobody listens to it because they manipulated a young audience. But what I'm trying to get to is I don't want that AI to be able to get to those young ears and grasp that audience and suck them into some soulless music that means nothing. You can't hear the emotion in the voice. You can't hear the emotion in the texture of the voice. All of these things are equal as important. Like when it comes to like listening to music, it's not just the lyrics, it's how it's being said. It's the emotion behind how it's being said that vibrates with your body in a certain way, that resonates with you, that touches, that's able to put a finger on your soul, touch your soul. You can actually feel it. I can't feel it in the AI music. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling in the comments down below. But it's terrible. I ain't gonna lie to you. You can have AI. I do agree with you can have AI do certain tasks and stuff like that, like help you mix something or, just do some mediocre tasks, but not actually implementing, like making the actual vocals to the music is diabolical.
All I'm asking is
I don't think I said anything disrespectful.
He didn't go. He didn't. He's passionate.
You remember that bro that went to Mooley Point and found those unnatural cut blocks in the ground? Those Nephilim blocks? Well, bro went back and found some more stuff. Look at this. Look at that. Y'all still think this is natural? Look at that angle. Look at that angle. You think that's natural? Come on, man. Look how sharp those angles are. You could slice your hand open with that.
Right.
Look at that angle. 90 degrees. 90 degrees. This is not natural. This is a quarry. This is a Nephilim Titan quarry. Not a Nephilim giant. Because there's Nephilim giants and Titans. Look at those blocks, man.
Come on.
Yeah, well, this is the new stuff he found. Look at these. These look like bricks. Or they could be dragon scales. Some people in the other video were saying this is dragon scales. This is a huge petrified, deceased animal. Now, this looks cut to me. This looks cut. I know people are going to say this is natural, but these look like bricks, laid bricks. That look natural to me. Look how big that is. This is like, now all this stuff up here, this brings suspicion because okay, well this might be natural, but I don't know. Like it's half and half. Some of it looks like it was cut and laid, and some of it looks like it's natural.
It looked like it's all cut and laid, just it's been damaged through time and it's been cracked. It still looks laid though. Like, what y'all think?
Now people are talking about dragons, but this part looks like a serpent. Kind of looks like a serpent. And like scales on it too. The point of this video is to get you to open your eyes and question the mainstream, because this looks like some people did this, some giants or people or somebody. Doesn't look natural to me. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think the mainstream is lying about the Titans, about the giants?
Of course.
Or is this just a natural formation?
All right, now, Pops, I want you to tell me again what you was just telling me about your dad back in the 1800s.
When he was running the railroad or before the railroad?
Before the railroad.
Walk over to
I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was Candyman at first, boy. I'm about to stop the video.
Africa, over to off the Gulf of Mexico, back down to South America.
So what you're saying is that in the 1800s, people were still walking over to Africa.
Into America. Before it was America, it was the Indian land.
And the Indians looked like what when they were coming over here?
Blackfoot Indians.
You see, this is why I keep telling everybody, you gotta talk to the people that have a little bit more seniority over you about these matters rather than going to these history books, because the history books don't match up to it.
That's why you gotta talk to your people, man, before they pass.
The elders also taught us some things. Now, I know this is going to sound crazy, but do the research and you're going to be surprised what you find. The elders taught us that the original Nile was here. Old man Mississippi. The Missouri being the blue and the Ohio being the white. And until this day, when them two come together, there's a city there called Cairo to this day. And that area is called Little Egypt. Then you go down into what the elders taught us with Alabama and so on and so forth being Lower Egypt. Then you get into Memphis, Tennessee, the Memphite theology. Kentucky, King Tut. And then you start to look a little further, and then you find out that there was an archaeological cover involving the Smithsonian Institute, where they found thousands and thousands of artifacts. They found artifacts showing human beings contemporary with dinosaurs. A lot of this information they put on ships and dumped into the Atlantic Ocean. Some of it they got still in hidden chambers that they say you can't go in there because it got asbestos and it's unsafe. There's a part of the Grand Canyon where they have all Egyptian names, Tet, Osiris, Isis, and they got that part blocked off. They said it's too dangerous for the people to go there. To this day, this exists.
Look, man, y'all be sending stuff. Y'all be sending some stuff. That was a random video, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. Y'all tapping in with me, spending y'all time with me. That's very important. Just make sure y'all smash that like button. Share these videos with your friends and your families. You know what I'm saying? We always sharing the positive vibes. And don't be so quick to believe everything you see in videos and stuff like that. But we will sit down and have the conversation about it. I'm not one of those people that's just going to completely ish on you about the stuff that you send me. But some of y'all are just diabolical ass people. But I still enjoy y'all too, nevertheless, man. And I appreciate y'all tapping in with me. I see you on the next video. And like I always say, spread love because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. I see you on the next video. And I'm out though. Blah.